Well, my name is in fact Rob Schoenbeck, and I'm a writing specialist here at UC-I.
And you work in the center here, right?
Yes, the Center for Excellence in Writing and Communication.
Okay, so tell us about your job. What does a writing specialist do?
Well, a writing specialist is basically there to help a student walk through and develop writing. So we're really about developing writing skills. So what we do is we see a student, we sit down, and we have a conversation about things that we see in the paper. We ask questions. We sort of try and push students beyond maybe their comfort level to try and get them to really develop unique and interesting ideas. And we discover and we get to the bottom of patterns of grammar mistakes, things like that. So our role is basically that of, it's a combination of an advice giver and a coach, essentially, is how I see it. There's sort of writing as a process, and then there's writing as a skill. Writing as a process is all about developing writing as a craft, right? So it's all about the things that you need to do to get better at writing. It's all about the process, sitting down. And then there's writing as kind of a marketable skill. And so we talk about them differently because writing as a skill is something that you can market, right? It's more of something that gets you those A papers. It's something that impresses people in cover letters. And then there's writing as something that you do to train. So the process that you engage in regularly in order to get better. And I want to emphasize that the two are not necessarily the same, because for some people that are just natural writers, it just sort of comes to them. But others, they might need to just really work hard at it, and then they can get up to that level. And I firmly believe as somebody who initially wasn't the greatest writer in college, that you can really work hard and get yourself up to that level. I ended up winning every writing award possible for my undergraduate career when I ended. When I started, I got like a C+ on my philosophy paper, and I didn't know what to do. My professor wasn't the harshest grader in the world either, so it was not a good paper. So I had some catching up to do, and basically what I did is I just focused on my craft and read a lot of reading, and the more difficult, I guess, the challenge, in terms of either reading or writing, I feel like the more my skill increased proportionally. So I feel like I'm a real believer that it's something you can really work and get better at, but you really got to put in the time. I would just encourage people to use our services, just instructors, students, whatever. We're just here to help people get better at writing.